It's the last of my Lenovo's. So a few months back, I got my hands on a whole bunch of Lenovo pre-built computers. These systems were from a newspaper that was, well, where's my cat? Hi. These computers were from a newspaper that was liquidating their machines, and I went ahead and purchased about 14 of them. So over the past few months, I've been putting these systems together, reselling them, and turning them into little gaming computers. And these are the last two ones I have. One of these systems I haven't even looked at yet, but for one of the computers, one of the RAM stick slots wasn't working properly, but I have a solution for that now. So I'll go ahead and show you the parts I'm going to be using in the system. And I'll go ahead and put it together, and I'll show you some benchmark results at the end. So let me go ahead and start off here by showing you the systems themselves. These are some Lenovo ThinkCenter desktops. They are Intel i5 3470 processors, so they are 4-core, 4-thread systems. They have two DIMM slots in here on the motherboard, so I can put 2 sticks of memory in here. Now, as I mentioned, one of these systems, one of the DIMM slots isn't working. So to solve that problem, I have this. An 8GB DIMM of memory. This is an 8GB stick DDR3. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick in one of these sticks in it, and it will be a very basic computer. You're going to have 8 gigs of RAM and a video card, and it should work just fine. Now for the other system, I have this. I have 2 4GB sticks of DDR3. So you're going to have one computer's going to be in dual channel, the other one's going to be single channel. Yes, I know dual channel is better, but you're talking about i5 3470s. It's not going to make a huge difference in performance. Now, the video cards for these systems, I'm going to be using these two I have right here. I have an Asus and an EVGA. They are GTX 1050 Ti graphics cards. These are real basic cards. One of them, as you can see, has a 6-pin connector, and I'm going to be using an adapter cable for that. And the other one doesn't require any adapter cable at all. So I believe with this graphics card plus the 8GB of RAM, plus the solid state drives I have, and my hard drives as well, but this entire combination should be a pretty decent setup. I have my extra SATA cables right here. So you're going to have an i5 3470, you're going to have 8GB of memory, you're going to have your 1050 Ti graphics cards, a solid state drive, a hard drive, all good to go. And this is going to be a great budget starting build for somebody who wants to start play some esport titles, some Fortnite, maybe record some videos, and even do very light video editing. I'm going to edit this video in particular on these machines, so it is more than capable. So let me go ahead and set everything up and get this build started. So as you can see, it's much later at night right now, and I had a few problems with the computer, so I'll go ahead and show you what I did. So the problem I encountered with the system, and this is the system that I had cleaned up beforehand in a previous video, and it wasn't working. What I finally figured out was that along with one of the RAM DIMM slots not working, the processor, as you can see right here, was also giving me issues. For some reason, it wouldn't allow me to utilize RAM sticks above 4 gigabytes of RAM. So I went ahead and swapped it with another i5-3470 that I had from another one of these systems, and as you can see, it's running now. And if I were to pull this computer up on the screen now, as you can see, the 8 gigabytes of RAM is now recognized. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the new processor I have in there, and it should work just fine. Don't mind this computer. I was testing parts back and forth to make sure it wasn't the RAM, but the RAM's fine. And well, no, the RAM's not fine. Another problem I had was that the memory that I purchased was this memory right here, which is 8 gigabytes DDR3 memory at 2 DIMMs, so a total of 16 gigs. But this memory is actually registered memory, and these computer systems only accept unregistered memory. So I had to go out and buy another 8 gigabyte stick of RAM. It cost me about 20 bucks to do that, and I will use this for another build at some point. I have some more registered memory as well that I can use for another build, so I'll use this in something else. But that stick cost me about 20 bucks. By comparison, the 16 gigabytes of registered memory cost me about $24. So a little bit more of an expense for me, but hey, it gets the computer working. So again, these are some of the trials and tribulations you will encounter when you're building systems like this, or trying to update or build a system on your own. You can encounter these little errors, these little problems here and there, and luckily I have the resources and I have some of these sticks already available that I can go ahead and test this stuff, and have spare processors, spare heat sinks I can plug in here to diagnose it. But this is one of the advantages of having someone else do the work for you, and they can figure this out and make sure it works. So I will probably end the video for tonight, and then tomorrow morning finish putting all this together. here are the completed systems. So other than a few problems with this system right here with the motherboard and processor giving me some trouble, the overall assembly of both of these computers ended up going pretty smoothly. So in the end, both of these systems are going to have i5-3470s, 8GB of RAM, and a GTX 1050 Ti. For a basic gaming computer, it's actually a really good deal. You should be able to run games like Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, and Overwatch on low settings or even high settings in some cases, getting a smooth 60 to 80 frames per second if not higher. These computers are not only good for gaming, but they're also good for light school and business applications. As you saw in the video, I had a little trouble with the memory. That was mostly my fault. And that just goes to show that even somebody who's experienced as I am with building these machines can still make a mistake when purchasing parts. So it's very important to double check the parts that you're buying and making sure they are compatible with your systems. If you're interested in any of these builds, I'll go ahead and link them below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and leave a like and comment below. Till next time.